Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So this reading today is looking at your career and what you can expect over the next 90 days, the next 3 months. And of course, this reading is timeless, meaning it doesn't matter when I post it, it matters when you find it and you're inspired to watch it. So whenever that is, the 90 days, begins nowish. Okay, so I've got 3 readings for you. These cards come from your reading. The first group, your card is the Ace of Wands. Group 2, your card is the Four of Swords. And group 3, your card is the Six of Cups. All right, so all you have to do is decide what group you feel tugged toward, you feel drawn toward. Go down into the description box, click on the timestamp for that group, and it will take you straight to your reading. Okay, thanks, y'all. Hey, group 1. All right, we're going to take a look at your career and what you can expect over the next 90 days. I've got 2 cards pulled for you initially. The first card is the one you would have already seen, and it's the Ace of Wands. The second card we'll save for the end. It'll be a final message for you about the next 90 days of your career. Let me hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this Ace of Wands. The first thing they're telling me is that this is going to be a very creative period for you in your work, in your career, whether you're in a creative field or not. It's going to be a very creative period for you, creative problem solving, creative ideas. They just said to me, creative block busting, meaning anything that you feel like has been getting in your way career-wise, you're going to find creative ways to get around that or get through that to help you get past those blockages. They're saying just allow the inspirations to come and then follow that thread. When you get ideas, allow yourself to explore those ideas when they come, and they will come. All right, let's get some tarot cards down. Let's see what else we can tell you about the next 90 days of your career. Your first card is the Six of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. And finally, we have the Seven of Wands reversed. Okay, give me just a sec while I take these cards in and listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk about what's going on here, okay? Hold on one sec. They are giving me that you're going to be pushing through some obstacles this next 90 days. Some of them are self-imposed obstacles. In other words, they're things that are happening within you, not outside forces necessarily. It's nothing that you're really not aware of in some fashion. They're giving me that there's some inner obstacles happening that have to do with your perseverance in going after your career goals. and in using your energy and your time wisely in approaching those goals. And some inner insecurities that kind of hold you back, a little bit. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. If they have anything else. Okay, all right, so let's jump into the cards. Your first card is the Six of Swords reverse, and this represents kind of where you're coming into the month from, what kind of energy you're bringing into this first month of the 90 days, or the beginning of this 3-month period. They're telling me you've decided to stick it out in some way. So there may have been part of you that was thinking of making a change, of changing directions, of giving something up. It may not be your job you were wanting to give up, but some part of it, or some part of your goals that you just thought were unachievable. And you may have been considering letting some of that go, but you've fairly recently really just kind of put your foot down and said, no, I'm sticking this out. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to just try harder. I'm going to work to make this happen, and I'm not giving up. And that's a wonderful energy. It feels very much like that's where you should be. But we get to the next card here, and we have the Queen of Swords, and she represents the obstacle that is going to be facing you. Oh, one second, again, they're giving me it's an inner obstacle. Now, for some of you, this may also be someone in your workplace that is, they just said, is not your favorite person, is someone that you don't get along well with, but who has some influence on your career in some way. Could be a coworker, doesn't have to be a boss, but someone who in some way has an influence over the work you do, your ability to progress, and really how you feel about yourself on the job. But for most of you, actually for all of you, this card represents an inner critic that is feeding you answers that wound your self-esteem. This is you just not being very nice to yourself, being overly critical, overly judgmental about your work or about how you're doing, even how you see or believe others think of you. You may be looking at your boss, your coworkers, your customers, or clients, and thinking, they think I'm garbage. They think I don't know what I'm doing. They think I'm no good. They wish I would quit, whatever it may be. First of all, they're not thinking that. They're not thinking that. I'm getting that very strongly, that it's you talking yourself into believing the worst, believing in negative scenarios, believing in negative opinions about yourself. So yes, while there may be someone that you work with or for that sort of rubs you the wrong way, is a little bit of a thorn in your side, some of you have that, some of you don't. All of you have this inner critic that is a little bit relentless right now. And it is hampering you. It is preventing you from making the progress you want to make. So when we talk about, getting creative with the obstacles in front of you, this is your biggest obstacle. Shutting that voice down and just allowing yourself to do your best. And yes, sometimes that means you make mistakes. That's part of learning. Sometimes you stumble. Sometimes you do brilliantly. It's all part of learning. It's all part of the process. But when you beat yourself up over every minor little fumble, you end up caging yourself in and preventing yourself from trying and getting creative and doing new things and progressing the way you want to. So over the next 90 days, this is the obstacle you need to overcome. Really, not so much this other person, if that person is, in your workplace. You may be thinking it's someone else because there is someone like that in your workplace. That person will start acting differently, or you'll have either a different relationship with them, or they will just sort of disappear in some way. They just won't be a part of your everyday life once your inner critic disappears. It starts with you. It starts with you. They're just a symptom of a bigger cause, and that is you kind of bullying yourself about your skills, your talents, your abilities. Okay? Now, as we get into this 90-day period, what's coming for you is this Seven of Pentacles in reverse. There is a message here of reconsidering what you want and what you want to do. And yes, you have resolved recently to stick it out. And it's not that you're not sticking it out, it's sort of a reshuffling, is what I'm getting. A reshuffling of your career priorities, of your career goals. It may be, switching things up as far as the projects you work on, going after new ideas that you come up with. What they're showing me is this this man in the Seven of Pentacles kind of taking these pentacles that he's been nurturing and growing for a while, and he scoops them all up and throws them in the air and lets them scatter in a different configuration. And that's sort of what's coming for you as we go into this 90 days. It's this idea of taking what you do and shaking it up and giving it a new look, a new feel, a new attitude. It's a way of inspiring yourself and generating new ideas that will help you break out of this inner critic mode and launch into something exciting and motivating and inspiring. Okay? So the advice from Spirit for this 90 days is the Knight of Wands in reverse. And they're just encouraging you. Come on. They're saying they want you to slow down a little bit because you might be burning out. You might be, hold on, telling me something, so bear with me. They're giving me that your fire could burn out too quickly if you go in, full speed ahead. They want you to play more. Take your time, play a little, try new things, experiment, explore, rather than get one idea and race forward with it, because you may find out that idea could have led to a different idea that could have led to a different idea or way of doing things or a way of thinking about things. And that's really what you're meant to do, is allow one thing to lead to the other. So avoid the temptation to launch in at full speed the minute you get a little bit of inspiration and sort of ignore everything else around you. They're encouraging you to pull on the reins a little bit, slow down, allow that inspiration to kind of marinade, to sort of simmer within you and see what else comes up, because your first idea might be very good, but there might be a few brilliant ideas that are tucked away behind it. So if you can slow down, resist the urge to speed forward, because you will be feeling better as this month goes along. You will be feeling better and better. And there will be the temptation, the urge to just fly ahead. But that temptation could lead to you burning out, which will send you right back into inner critic mode. And really the goal here is to get rid of her altogether. Just shut her up, right? This isn't a time to criticize yourself. It isn't a time to speed forward. It's a time to play. To challenge your thoughts and ideas and allow yourself to come up with new ones, to explore new ideas and see where they take you. Okay? So your outcome, as we get to the 90 days, at the end of this 90 days, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. They're telling me all these wands on here represent your inner critic, poking at you, prodding at you, trying to knock you, off your feet, off your perch, trying to make you think that you're not worthy. And you will conquer that in some way over this 90 days. It doesn't mean it will never be a problem again, right? But you will come up with ideas and new ways of doing things and inspiration and motivation. And as long as you slow down and allow that to happen and allow those things to blossom and flourish, you're going to start to forget all about that inner critic because you'll be having fun. You'll be doing great work that inspires you, and you'll be so in the zone with that all that criticism will just fade into the background, disappear. And this includes anybody in your office who is maybe doing that to you as well. As you conquer your own inner critic, that person will somehow, the energy changes, ease up on you as well. Okay. All right, so let's look at your final card, your final message here from Spirit. We have the Queen of Cups. So much abundance here. Her cup is overflowing. There's fish jumping out of the water. She has more than enough. It's abundance, it's creativity, it's joy, it's fertility. If you notice, she's pregnant in this card. She's got it all. She's got it all. And not only that, she's happy. And that's the biggest message here for you today is enjoy yourself over this 90 days. Play, have fun with it. Get creative. Allow yourself to try new things and to play with things that you enjoy doing in some way, because they will lead to ideas and processes and plans and progress. It will take your career further than if you just buckle down, head down, and just muscle through it. So, avoid the temptation to do that, to just charge through. Play for this 90 days, play. The inner critic will disappear, and you're going to find out by the end of this 90 days that you're happier, you're feeling more fulfilled, you have more creative ideas that others appreciate. This is a card of appreciation. Of other people looking at you and saying, great job, you did a great job. It's a card of fertility and abundance. It's a beautiful way to end this 90 days, beautiful way. Most importantly, you're going to be so much happier with your job, with your career path, with yourself when this 90 days is up. So allow yourself to get there, because it's a beautiful way to be when it comes to your work. It won't feel so much like work. All right, group one, I hope that helps. I hope it gives you kind of a direction and some inspiration there. If it resonated, I hope you'll give the video a thumbs up. And please, drop me a comment if you have anything you want to say. I appreciate your comments. I read everyone. And every time you interact with these videos, it helps me know that our energies are resonating, which helps future videos, future readings to resonate with you more. So I'm grateful for that. So thank you all and have a great day. Hey, group two. All right, we're going to take a look at your career and how it's going to progress or what you can expect over the next 90 days. So I shuffled and pulled two initial cards for you. The first one is the one you've already seen, and that's the Four of Swords. The second one we're going to save for the end as a final message for you about this 90-day period. Give me just a second. Let me just hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this first card. They're telling me that you need time. You need time to regroup. You've either been working very, very hard leading up to this time, or you've been having a very difficult time. That will vary from person to person, but leading up to the start of this 90 days, they're telling me has been difficult. It's been challenging for you. You have pushed through some obstacles. You have overcome some problems. You've dealt with challenges. You've pushed yourself very hard, actually. They're telling me you need now to give yourself a little bit of a break from all of that. It's like there's this need to take a deep breath and recover a little bit. You can't always be going full speed or tackling every mountain all the time and expect to have any energy at the end, right? To be able to keep moving forward, there has to be periods of rest and recuperation built in. And what Spirit's giving me is that this 90 days, or at least going into this 90 days, you're going to be seeking some of that rest, rejuvenation, recuperation. Things are going to slow down a little bit for you. You're going to have a little bit more of a peaceful time. It doesn't mean you won't be doing any work, right? For some of you, it might, if that's what you want. But what it does mean is that within your job and within your career, things are going to get a little easier, a little calmer. You're going to have a chance to rebuild your energy a little bit for the next push, Okay? All right. Let's leave those there. We'll get to that final card at the end. Let's get some other cards out and see what else you need to know about this next 90 days. Your first card is the Six of Cups. Then we have the Eight of Swords. We have the King of Cups reversed. Knight of Wands reversed. And Justice reversed. Okay, give me just a sec. I just want to take these cards in and listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit. And then we'll talk through all this and see what's coming up for you in the next 3 months. One sec, y'all. They're telling me over this next 90 days, you're going to get a sneak peek into what is coming beyond that. And that's part of why you're going to need to take some time during this 90 days to rest and relax, because the following 90 days beyond this, and possibly even more than 90 days beyond it, after this period, but the time after this 90 days here is going to get very, very busy for you. You're going to have a lot of work. You're going to have a lot to do. Things are going to be going very well, but you're going to be going like full speed ahead, working your little hiney off. And you'll get a sneak peek at that in this 90 days, but it's just sort of a glimmer, to remind you, okay, relax, rest, take your time, enjoy the peace and quiet now, because it's about to get busy. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's jump into the cards. And I'm going to just say this, they're giving me busy in a good way. So don't see it as, oh gosh, I can't take anymore. Because right now you might feel like you don't want to be that busy right now. But by the end of this period, you are going to be ready to hit the ground running. And it's going to feel good to you, as long as you give yourself the chance to recover now and, during this 90 days. All right, so your first card is the Six of Cups, and this represents kind of how you're approaching this 90 days. And it is going to feel a bit like a gift, that things have quieted down, that things have calmed down, that you're going to be able to take a deep breath. The work may be getting easier, maybe the goals and deadlines will have eased up. Maybe you'll even be taking a vacation of some sort during this time. They're telling me it's all in an effort to help you slow down and recover your energy over this 90 days. But coming into this period, it does feel very, very good to be in a place of peace and calm, to be able to just relax a little bit. They're telling me it will feel a bit awkward for you because you're used to working very hard and for going at it, full on. But this is going to be a welcome gift for you, that things slow down and you're able to take your time a little bit. Okay? So the obstacle this month for you, or this 90 days, these 3 months, sorry, is the Eight of Swords. And what they're showing me is, yes, you need to relax. You need to give yourself a chance to recover. But there is going to be the temptation to push ahead, to do more. Something is going to be preventing you from that. And it could just be your own need to rest and relax. Could be if you're going on vacation, that you're tempted to work on vacation and maybe the person you're with doesn't want you to work. Or maybe you don't want to make yourself work. Something is going to prevent you from working too hard during this 90 days. It will start out feeling like a welcome relief, but you're going to start to, they're giving me rub against the bindings a little bit. In other words, you're going to start getting fidgety. You're going to start wanting to do more. And they're giving me, give yourself the chance to fully relax into this 90 days. Don't allow this sense of, yeah, but I have to, or I can't not. If I don't do this or that or the other, my business will fall apart, or the company will fall apart, or they'll think I'm a slacker. Stop that inner chatter, first of all. Allow yourself to fully relax and restore your energy. If you're fighting against this break, if you're looking for reasons to be busier or ways to, they're giving me claw at the walls. That's a weird, I've never heard that phrasing, claw at the walls. It's like you have this pent up eagerness to work, but your body and your mind need you to rest. And so it will be a bit of a challenge for you to allow yourself to fully ease into this 90 days, remembering you're going to need your energy, you're going to need your strength, you're going to need your mental prowess, your clarity to tackle the time period after this 90 days. Okay? So try to allow yourself that. As we get into the 90 days, what's coming for you is this King of Cups in reverse. Hold on one sec. I just want to hear what they want to tell you about this. They're telling me you're going to be dealing with some inner emotions that will be challenging for you. We don't usually think of emotions when we're talking about career and our work, but our emotions do often push and pull us in different ways. They're telling me that there may be someone who comes in this 90 days with some harsh criticism about something. They're telling me their opinion really doesn't matter, but somehow you take it personally anyway. And it's a challenge for you because you want then to start to prove yourself. You want to show them, what you can do, or that you're better than than whatever comment they made. They're saying their comment will wash away. Their comment will wash away. Whatever their feedback was, for them, it's momentary, it's temporary. They're probably just having a bad day and taking it out on you. But for you, it sort of lingers there and festers a little bit. And it's irritating you. It's irritating you. Again, Spirit's saying, allow yourself to take each day, moment by moment, to relax into this 90 days. Yes, there are going to be things that irritate you. Yes, there's going to be work that you want to get done. But you need this time. And as for this person, or it does feel like a person, and in your workplace, or it could be a customer or a client, even somebody, an outsider who comments on the work you do rather harshly. Remember that it's just words. It doesn't make it real. It's just the words coming out of someone's mouth on a day when they probably should have kept their mouth shut. We've all been there, right? You have a bad day, you say something you regret. For them, again, it's like they say it and they move on. They never think about it again. But for you, it could really fester. So they're encouraging you to just ignore it if you can. Ignore it if you can. They're also showing me here with this King of Cups reversed. Normally when the King of Cups is upright, everything, the water is very still and calm. He's able to manage with a sense of calm and a sense of ease. But this 90 days could have moments of rockiness when others are disruptive, when peers or employers or customers are irritated, when work comes at you in bursts and then disappear, kind of like they're showing me like the tide, coming in the ocean or the sea. It rushes in and then it pulls back. You're going to get glimmers of the amount of work you're going to be doing down the road with this rush of the tide coming in and then pulling back. It'll be momentary. It'll be spurts of busyness. Of course, do what you can. You can't ignore your work. But when the tide goes out and things slow down, take those opportunities to rest and recover. Don't continue to push yourself forward. And don't feel like you have to prove yourself to someone else. Right now, you need to worry about you and take care of you. And try not to let outside influences disrupt your peace of mind too much. Things are going to get very, very good for you. I know that. After this 90 days, things are going to pick up in a positive way, and they're going to progress and improve. Unfortunately, this 90 days is all about managing expectations that others have of you, that you have of yourself, and of allowing yourself to just be and to recover and to not take anything too seriously. Just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay? So the advice from Spirit is the Knight of Wands reversed. Slow down. Slow down. There may be temptations over this 90 days to get fired up. If somebody says something you don't like, you might get angry, you might get fired up. Avoid that temptation. You might get the urge to chase after projects, to go after work, to work harder than you need to in this 90 days, but also harder than your body, mind, soul want you to. There is this need to slow down because you're virgin on burnout at this point already. And if you can remember what it feels like right now, like maybe you're already sensing, and if you don't yet, you will very soon, already sensing that things are calming down, they're getting a little bit easier, a little more relaxed. You can remember that feeling and how good it feels and allow yourself to enjoy those moments every chance you get, rather than trying to make something happen where it's not meant to happen. Not just yet. You know, there's going to be some things that come at you in this 90 days. But again, it's spurts of work, you know, bursts of work that disappear quickly. You know, short projects, that kind of thing. It will be, you know, possibly some people just sort of being disruptive, either to you or just in the workplace in general. There will be some distractions. It's up to you to honor yourself and take care of yourself, because you will need your energy. And you will need to think, you need to be in a place where you can think clearly when this 90 days is up, so that you can be focused and direct and dedicated and on your way. All right, so the outcome for this 90 days is justice reversed. This is not a 90 days where you're going to feel like you're getting what you deserve. Sorry to tell you that. Don't shoot the messenger. It won't feel like you're getting what you deserve. It won't feel like you're being treated fairly in some ways. Again, it's just moments. It's moments. And it has more to do with the energy. Like, what I'm getting is the energy of the room, the energy people bring into a situation. It's more about them than it is about you, but you will feel like it's personal. And at the end of this month, you will feel a bit like, where's this headed? But if you give yourself the chance to relax into it, you'll be ready to see clearly what is ahead. And you'll be able to turn this justice card around and feel more balanced and get what you deserve. Get the recognition you deserve, get the accolades you deserve, get the customers and the clients you deserve, the pay raises, the promotions, whatever it may be. It is all coming for you. This 90 days is a little bit of a test of your ability to manage your energy and manage expectations of yourself and others' expectations of you. Because you will need those skills going forward. You will need them in abundance. If you need them now, you're going to need to have mastered those skills even more later. And that's really what this 90 days is about, mastering the ability to relax when you're allowed to ignore negativity or disruption when it gets in the way, and to not fight against slow times and try to force things to be busier when you're really meant to take your time and recover. As you get busier and busier after this 90 days, you're going to need that recovery time more than anything. You'll get less of it, but you'll need to take full advantage of it. So this is a time to learn those skills that you're going to need. This 90 days is preparing you for what you want, what you really want for your career. This is all preparation. Can you manage expectations? Can you manage your energy? Can you accept the highs and the lows of workflow, of energy levels? You're being taught in this 90 days what you need to know to be the ultimate success that you want to be after this 90 days. It will come to you, but it's like the universe needs to know that you're ready. All right, so let's look at your final message from Spirit. And your message is the 10 of Wands. And the first thing they're giving me is put that burden down. Put it down. You don't need to be carrying the load for the whole company. You don't need to be carrying the load for unrealistic expectations. You don't need to be picking up other people's brooms and sticks and bundles and burdens. Put it down. If it's not yours to carry, put it down. You can be successful without killing yourself, without burning yourself out. You can be successful even with disruptions going on. Even when there's people who, on a bad day, might not be kind. You can still be successful. You can still have a positive mindset. You can still give yourself opportunities to relax and enjoy your life a little. You can still find ways to get what you deserve. And you will. Down the road, you will get all the things you deserve. They're clearly giving me this justice card, flipping around, and you get what you deserve. This 90 days is about learning the skills you need to learn to manage that success when it shows up. So put the burden down. Give yourself a break. Work when you need to work. Rest when you need to rest. Everything else will take care of itself. Don't take it too seriously. All right, group 2, I hope that helps. I hope it resonated. I hope it made sense to you. Thank you for being here. If it did resonate, please give the video a thumbs up. It just helps me know that our energies are connecting, and it will help future readings to resonate with you more because our energies will be connected there when you interact with the channel. And that goes for the same with dropping a comment down below. I do love to read your comments, so thank you for that. And thanks for being here, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. All right, today we're going to take a look at your career and what you can expect over the next 90 days. So I shuffled and pulled 2 initial cards for you. The first one you've already seen is the 6 of Cups. The second one is a final message for you that we'll save for the end. Okay, so give me just a sec. I just want to hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this 6 of Cups. So hold on one sec. They're telling me, they're giving me that this 90 days is going to be the start, meaning it's not going to end after 90 days, but the start of a period where you start to get what you deserve in a really positive way. It's like the blessings, the gifts, the results you have been working toward and praying for start to come in. And there is a message here of gratitude and appreciation. So obviously when those blessings do come in, of course, be grateful, appreciate it. But they're giving me that you've already been feeling the gratitude and the appreciation even before now. You've been grateful for the blessings even though you're still waiting for them to show up, which is a really, really wonderful place to be energetically, because it brings those gifts in a little more easily. But they're telling me you're finally going to get it. You're finally going to get the acknowledgement, the recognition, the results, the achievement that you've been working toward. And it doesn't mean that, it's going to be for 90 days and then that's it, or, that your ultimate career goals are all going to happen within 90 days. Of course not. But you have been working toward this for a while. It feels like for a long time you've been working for something, towards something. And it's like the universe finally gifts you the blessings you deserve during this 90 days. And I feel like it extends beyond the 90 days as well. It's not that it stops after 90 days, but it certainly will begin to really start to roll in during this period. Okay. All right. Like I said, we'll save that last card as a message at the end. Let's get some other cards down and see what you can expect for this 3-month period. All right. Your first card is the Death card. Then we have the Ten of Wands reversed. We have the Hermit reversed. The Seven of Swords. One more. Finally, the Queen of Cups. Okay. All right, give me just a sec. Let me take these cards in. I'm going to listen for any initial messages for you, and we'll talk through what's going on here, okay? So hold on one sec, y'all. They're telling me that this 90-day period is going to be eye-opening for you. Because in some way, you're not expecting it, even though you're hearing this reading. Maybe with this reading, you're expecting a little bit. But even so, they're saying as certain things come about, they'll still take you by surprise. Because it's like you've been working so long and so hard on something, trying to achieve something, that it's like you start to wonder if it's ever going to come through. It's ever going to happen. Even though you're being grateful and appreciative and you're putting that energy out there and you're working hard toward it, it's like you don't quite expect it, or you don't quite expect it yet. And so when these gifts come in and certain things start to happen during this time, positive things, it sort of sets you back like, whoa, what's happening? This is really happening. So it's really, really good news for this 90 days ahead. But they're saying it might rock you off your balance a little bit, because you're not expecting it quite the way it happens, or whether it's how it happens or what it looks like when it happens. I don't know. But it's like there's an element of surprise here, of the unexpected, that is exciting and incredible, and also shakes you up a little bit. As I would think it would, for sure. All right, so let's look at the cards. Your first card is the Death card, and this is the energy you're bringing into this 90 days. This is probably where you are now, or where you will be very, very soon. Let me just hear what Spirit wants to say about that. They're giving me the word transformation. You're transforming, and you have been transforming, whether you realize it or not. You are coming into this 90 days having accomplished a feat that maybe you weren't sure you would accomplish, but certainly something that not everyone does. And that is transforming what you believe, how you think, how you work. You've turned something completely around in a really positive way. Don't let the fact that this is the Death card have you worried, because what you've done is a good thing. It's like the old way of being is died, and you have become a new person when it comes to your work, your career, whatever it is you do for a living. You have conquered the old way of being, which, let me just see if they can give me a little bit more information about that old way. They're saying you know what it is. You know what you have pushed yourself to become. It's not pushing yourself to do. It's not about the tasks you have accomplished. It's how you have changed as a person. The way you work, the way you perceive the work you do, the way you are in the workplace, it could be. It's like you're a new person. And this is the doorway to a fresh start, and to the blessings coming in that you deserve for having overcome what could have held you back for a long time in your career. It could have even, really brought things kind of to a screeching halt in some ways, because there were some habits, some behaviors, some attitudes that just weren't serving you. Okay? Now, the obstacle, what's going to maybe get in your way over this 90 days is the 10 of Wands reversed. Let me just hear what they want to say about that. Hold on. They're saying as good things start to happen, as these blessings start to show up in your life, the results, the accolades, the recognition, for some reason, there is the temptation to slip backwards, to sort of rest on your laurels a little bit and just enjoy the moment and enjoy the sunshine. And there's nothing wrong with that exactly, except they're giving me this isn't the time to do that yet. It's like the results they start coming in, and it would be easy to go, yeah, finally, and then just sit back, lean back, and allow the good things to roll in. But it's too early in the game for that still. You have to keep trying. Stay in that energy that you have created for yourself, this transformed energy, and keep working toward it. Keep working toward it. Don't allow yourself to, enjoy the moment, yes, but don't allow yourself to slip into old habits, of maybe not being as diligent or as committed as you need to be, and as you are right now. They're giving me that you may find the temptation. There may be like moments of wanting to just sit back and do nothing and just enjoy the good things coming to you. But they're saying the good things will run out very quickly if you don't continue to put in the effort. Keep putting in the work. Keep working hard, and the blessings will keep rolling in. Not to a point of burnout, of course, but keep working. Keep going. All right. So our next card is the Hermit reversed, and this is what's coming, what's on its way for you as you get into this 90 days. It might happen quickly. It might happen, somewhere mid-month or, mid-period, I should say, halfway through or so. You're saying you're going to accept where you're going. This clarity comes in where previously you were kind of working in the dark, going one step at a time, hoping for the best, but not really being able to see the long game. But at some point during this 90-day period, you get that aha moment where it's like somebody turns the light on and you're no longer in the dark. And you see how the game is, at least in some sense, see how it's going to play out. You get a clearer vision of how it's going to work, how you're going to achieve your goals, how you're going to get where you're wanting to go. Because what I'm getting is right now, it's a lot of blind faith. You're working towards something, you're not sure how it's going to work or how you're going to get where you want to go. Maybe there's a promotion you're wanting to get to. Maybe there's a salary range you want. Maybe there's somewhere, if you have your own business, that, a level you're wanting to get to. You don't know how you're going to get there. You just are working hard and committing yourself to what you can do to hopefully bring about some results. But you're still kind of working in the dark. But as we get into this 90 days, there comes a moment, and it's a kind of a big moment. This being a major arcana card, it is a big moment where they're just showing me the lights come on and you go, aha, that's it. That's what I need to do. That's how it's going to work. This is the path I need to follow. And it doesn't mean it won't ever change, but you get this sudden clarity of how it's going to work. And It shows you what the work you've been doing has been leading up to, which is really wonderful, really wonderful. It's a wonderful energy. They're also giving me here with this card that there's going to be opportunities for collaboration, interaction with others, working on projects together, working on a team possibly in some way that allows you to expand even further, expand even further. They're telling me you may even be teaching a group. You might, part of your aha moment might be about teaching. Now that probably won't be for everyone, but there is an energy of mentoring or teaching a team. It's not one person, it's a team of people or a group of people that you're able to shine your light on them and help them get through their dark night, their difficult time, their, blind faith moving forward. We all have times when we're doing that, and your time of being in the dark is coming to an end. But they're showing me you're going to be able to shine that light for some other people. During this 90 days, that may come up. For some of you, it won't. They're giving me, but for many of you, it will. But it becomes an opportunity for teaching and helping others. And for learning yourself as well, which will help you continue to grow. Okay? All right, so the advice from Spirit is the Seven of Swords. They're telling me, as this 90 days goes along and you do get this aha moment, the light bulb comes on, you realize what's working, what isn't working, how you need to move forward. They're telling you their advice for you. Take what works and move forward with it. Leave what doesn't work. Don't try to continue nurturing projects or programs, or ways of doing things that don't work or don't work for you. And you'll discover those. You'll discover what works and what doesn't work. What is benefiting you and the company you work for, and what isn't. And they're encouraging you to speak up if you need to speak up and say, you know what, this process, whatever it may be, this doesn't work. There's a better way. Or how about we focus our energy and our attention on this because there's more money to be made, there's more profit, more whatever it may be. Take what works and really nourish those things. Embrace them. Leave behind the things that don't work. And again, this may be something within your organization. It may just be processes and ways of doing things yourself. Maybe how you do things. Maybe you're used to a certain routine at your work. There's something about that routine maybe that always disrupts you, always causes delays or problems within your day. Or maybe there's something that an attitude or a belief about something that no longer serves you. Again, take what works, nourish them, embrace them, encourage those things, take those things forward with you. Leave the things that don't work behind, including any temptation to slip back into old habits and patterns, for sure. For some of you, and you'll have to take this if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. For some of you, this message is also about you going off on your own. This may be a time when you can consider, if you haven't already, working for yourself. Could be on the side, could be, full time. That's for you to determine. But they are giving me this message of realizing you can do something yourself and be profitable on your own. So you're leaving behind the idea that you can only work for someone else, and moving forward with at least the idea, the notion of taking this privately, doing whatever you do for yourself. Again, that won't be for every single one of you, but they are giving me that message for a number of you. So take that, just kind of file it away. And if the idea comes up, maybe you'll remember this and you can kind of give it some serious thought. The Spirit's certainly encouraging that if it's feasible for you. So the outcome for this 90 days is the Queen of Cups, which is wonderful. She's abundant, she's happy, she's feeling fulfilled. She's got everything she needs, but most importantly, she's happy. You've achieved a level of success, a level of accomplishment. You've gotten results that you've been just dying for, pun intended. And it feels fantastic. It feels absolutely wonderful to kind of be at the top of your game. It doesn't mean that it doesn't get better from going forward, but there is this message of really coming into yourself in this 90 days, owning your power and your strength. Again, there may also for some of you be this nurturing quality of helping others. And also the queen quality, the ruler quality of working for yourself. So take those messages as they resonate, but absolutely, this is going to be a wonderful 90 days for you. This is going to be a period of many blessings, of a lot of happiness and accomplishment and goal reaching. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Okay, so let's look at your final message. Your final card is the Hierophant. It's beautiful. Let me just hear what they want to say. They're telling me, okay, they're giving me the message of breaking free from convention. Breaking free from convention, which would be, I don't read these cards in reverse just because of the way they're made. But to me, that's more of a Hierophant reversed message. But regardless, that's what they're telling me. Breaking free from convention. You no longer have to do things the way you used to do them or the way everyone else does something, the way it's always been done. You discover new ways of doing things. You take what works and you move forward with them. You leave behind what doesn't. You come up with your own ways. You follow your own light and you help other people as you do. Again, for some of you, there is this teaching, mentoring quality, but they're giving me that even if you don't have anyone to teach or mentor, you're still teaching by example. You're leading by example. You're showing people who are just watching you. They may not even really be interacting with you, but they're watching your success. They're watching what you do and how you do it, and they get inspired by you. And that is a way of teaching in a sense, because you are being authentic to your dreams, authentic to the work you do, authentic to what you have learned. And you have learned a lot. And you are going to be doing things, if you're not already, you're going to be doing things your own way. And that's really where things blossom and become, they're saying forever profitable, is by doing things your own way, doing it in your unique way. Whether you're working for a company or working for yourself, you find a way that is uniquely yours. You find a style that is uniquely yours, a process that is uniquely yours. And that's where you shine. That's really where you shine. All right, group 3, I hope that helps. I hope it gives you what you need. You definitely have a wonderful, wonderful 3 months ahead. So good for you. You've earned it. You deserve it. So thank you for being here. If the reading resonated, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up or drop me a comment down below. when you interact with the videos, it helps me know that our energies are connecting. It's very, very helpful to me. It also helps future readings to resonate with you more as well. So thank you for that, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.